Long day, very happy to win. Absolutely brilliant idea, a lot of fun, great cause, perfect day.
The importance of Sand in the City, Nebraska Children's Home Society Sand in the City, from our perspective, is number one, that it raises awareness. We get a lot, because we have all of these Omaha companies here, it's sort of like a cross-section of the Omaha skyline as you go from booth to booth here. And because we have all these companies, we obviously get a lot of media coverage as well. And as long as they're here to look at the sculptures, we mention a little bit about our mission, or the fact that we are supported by generous donors across the state of Nebraska, in fact across the U.S.
Sand in the City is very unique because it's the only opportunity where you're going to come to Omaha and go to a giant beach party. We have Two River Sand and Gravel is one of our sponsors for the event, and they give us almost 400 tons of sand every year that we bring down to downtown Omaha, and we basically transform it. Each team that competes in the competition gets 15 tons of sand to build the most amazing sand sculpture that they can. And every year, every team at the end of the competition is absolutely amazed at what they've done.
We got involved with this Sand in the City several years ago. I think back in 2007, 2008, we first got involved with the team. We've been involved with the Nebraska Children's Home for a lot of years, doing volunteer work and raising money and donations and things like that. And it's an organization we got very passionate about, and as Sand in the City evolved, it looked like something that we would like to get involved in. It was a competition, and we're a pretty competitive group, so we decided to get involved with that, and you know, the rest is history.
Each team is assigned a team designer, and that's usually an architect or an engineer or somebody with that type of a skill set. And they work with that team for months in preparation. It kind of starts actually with an idea. You know, what do I want my sculpture to look like? Popular movies maybe, or kids books, that type of thing. And then they kind of throw those ideas out there. A lot of times they'll have brainstorming meetings. And then once they come up with that idea, they kind of hand it off to their team designer, and their team designer will actually put that concept into a drawing and kind of bring it to life.
Today's meeting was an after design meeting, really the first meeting where we do a lot of the operational planning for how we're going to execute on event day. So that includes actually assigning roles to various people, filling all the different spots in the roster in order to get the entire project executed. We took advantage, we leveraged the tools we had here in the office, and were able to model our entire design using computer software, where we had basically 3D images we can show to the team and allow them to be better sculptors, be able to visualize what they're actually carving. So making sure that everybody's being communicated to, and that we're not going to show up empty-handed on event day.
So they have meetings, they come up with ideas. Nebraska Children's Home, as part of the sponsorship of having a team, will provide each team with 2 training sessions. And Bert Adams is actually the founder of Sand in the City. He lives in Vancouver, Washington, and we fly him here twice prior to Sand in the City actually happening. One of the training sessions is called Sand Sculpting 101, and that's held every year at a sand volleyball court here. It's usually freezing, but we bear through it, and it's kind of a classroom setting where they are introduced to what sand sculpture is.
We've been doing Sand 101 and Bucket and Tube class, and this is all to just get them ready for the practices.
And then the other one is the team practice sessions. Each team is given a 4-hour time slot where they come to Nebraska Children's Home, and we have about 4 dump trucks of the actual sand that they'll be using on competition day there, and they get to do a practice where they usually do one of their large forms, and they fill that up. It's called Pound Up, and it's a lot of tamping, a lot of shoveling, a lot of hard work. But when they leave that practice session, they're usually feeling a lot more confident than when they came in.
These are practices for the teams. Every team gets a 4-hour practice session. They don't usually make their entire sculpture, but this is the best time when 90% of the learning happens. Now, the team behind us has actually done this before. I don't have to watch them nearly as much. They'll put their forms together, start filling up with sand and water, and then they'll carve them. number one, they have to learn how to be able to pound the sand, which is put it in the forms. And most of the teams are absolutely convinced they cannot carve. So they start working on it today, and I start showing them, hey, yes, you can. Here, look at this. And show them how. And you see these little light bulbs go off all day long. And when the end of the day, they usually walk away with a list of tools they got to get and homework they got to do, and yes, they're going to do it.
The week of the actual Nebraska Children's Home Sand in the City event is very, very hectic. You can't imagine all the things that go on behind the scenes that week. It all leads up to what we consider one of the most exciting events in Omaha. On Tuesday of competition week is when we actually have the sand delivered to the site. And we show up really early and we get our sidewalk chalk out, and we basically mark where all the loads of sand are going to be dropped. And we this year will have between 375 and 400 tons of sand delivered for the event. Each team gets 15 tons, and then we also have these enormous sand piles that the kids play in all weekend long, which is so fun. And then we also have a grand display. And then on Wednesday of the event week is when the tents go up. And people don't really think of all these logistical things that have to happen for Sand in the City to be such a success. So all the tents, and that really does take up almost all of Wednesday. But then Wednesday evening, as a big thank you to our teams and our sponsors, we have a Sandblast kickoff party. Tonight is our Sandblast kickoff party, and we're here at Upstream West. This party is basically a thank you for all the teams and sponsors that came together to make Sand in the City what it is. It's just a big thank you party. It's a way for everybody to come together prior to competition day and just actually kick back, have fun, and get in the mood for Sand in the City this year.
This event here is just a celebration for all the hard work all the teams have put in over the last few months. It's been a long journey over 3 months to prepare a design, to put drawings together, to plan out the work, to go practice, and this is just a little event here to celebrate the team's hard work, the team's success, and a little way to relax here prior to event day.
We're from the Westside High School theater team, and our theater teacher told us about this, and we thought it would be really fun, and we want to support the Nebraska Children's Home.
Friday is a very big day. It is probably my favorite day. I usually get there really early, and it's kind of quiet, and all the sand and the water troughs are full, and basically the entire area is set up for the competition. And then the trucks start coming and the teams start arriving, and it's usually a couple hours before the competition starts, and they're coming and they're bringing their forms and they're pulling up to their plot site and they're unloading, and the energy starts to build, and by about a half hour before the competition horn blows, it is just pure excitement. Saturday morning is when the Weekend Family Festival begins, and the Family Festival is that Saturday and Sunday following the competition. And we last year had over 16,000 people come down from all around the area. Kids, seniors, I mean, everybody came down. There's literally something for everybody at this event. And it's free, there's no admission. So that's another thing that we absolutely love about this event, is we want as many people as possible to be able to come down and have a full day and just enjoy, you know, an Omaha family-friendly activity.
So far this morning, the foundation actually allows us to come in and set up here in the plot. We're able to put down a base course of sand, able to set up our forms, have them ready to go. Only thing we can't do is have sand inside the form. So we're going to do everything we can ahead of time here, make sure we're all ready to go.
When that bell rings at 10 o'clock.
When that bell rings, you're going to see nothing short of chaos.
Our goal is to get these things filled as quickly as possible so we have as much time as possible to do the sculpting, because that's the part that, you know, that really makes it or breaks it. But it takes quite a while to get this done. A lot of manpower, a lot of labor. So we're doing our best to get there as fast as we can.
How to get a big wide dome. It's a little trick to be able to get it so it smooths off and gives you a bigger dome. The right tool at the right time is about half of it.
My job responsibility is just to assist the team and help them with whatever they need as far as ideas and coaching on how to do everything properly.
This is extremely difficult. Every year they get better and better. There's 20 sand sculptures that we have to judge in half an hour. That's about a minute per sculpture that we have to decide based on creativity, based on how difficult it is, based on clean lines, based on the plot of the structure. We have to decide that in about a minute to get everything done. It's extremely difficult.
So this is really the pressure. This is the pressure cooker. Next 20 minutes here, waiting to see what happens, see what the judges think. There's a lot of great pieces out here I can already see. It's the first time I've looked up and looked around, so it'll be interesting. I think it'll be close. It always is, and that's what makes it fun.
The rookie team of the year is Travel and Transport. Third place this year goes to Kiewit Underground. Second place team this year goes to Kiewit Engineering. I'm going to do something before I announce the first place winner. I think I'm going to announce the team designer. That's what I'm going to do next. The team designer is Jay Dobbin. The first place